Hey folks, Duncan Smith in the sticks. I've got a covered bridge here. Hold on. This is the entrance into Spring Hill Pumpkin Patch. So we built this covered bridge, I believe in 2015. My parents bought this farm. This was a low water crossing when my dad bought this place. And one of my favorite stories that my dad would tell was he built up flat rocks to where his mom, my grandma, could come across in their car. So he went from that to making flat rocks to he poured these concrete pillars, and he had these I-beams that were actually, those I-beams, if I can get a little closer without dropping my phone, so I don't know if you can see that or not. Those I-beams came out of the old Mountain Grove movie theater, and then he had wood on top of that, and the milk truck, I think we were headed to church as younglings, and the milk truck, Roy Reed, he stuttered, and I remember that milk truck being in this creek, the front of it being down here, and the butt end of that truck up on this. So he fell through, and then my dad put new boards, oak boards, so that was always a problem. So Tara and I, my bride, we put metal across there from Douglas Coal and Wrecking. Gene Douglas, I think, sold me that. And then we concreted it, and my dad concreted these approaches. And anyway, so in Missouri, like and subscribe, Duncan Smith in the Sticks. Everybody is wondering about water and low water crossings, and they are dangerous. So we put this bridge in. You can see there's a super good spring. So right where all that debris is, we cut those trees. They were going to fall in, and you can see there's spring water coming out of there. That spring, where the timber is, I know it looks horrible, sorry. It runs probably 3, 4, 5 gallons a minute all the time. There's some runoff water coming in there now, and those, when the water table gets up to a certain level, those springs on the side, they're always going. But you know, people buy land in Missouri. You know, I wouldn't worry about low water crossings. You're going to face a lot more obstacles than low water crossings. So anywho, we did this dirt work. The water came across the McGowns. This is the old McGown farm. I'm going to zoom in. They stacked up that rock wall. I'd say they're small children stacked up that wall. Might even been pre-McGowns. There's an old silage pit just from this grain drill up about 100 yards. And this was probably a dairy back in the 30s and 40s. And anywho, everybody had a silage pit. But back to the story at hand, the low water crossings. The water came across here and ate all of this out. I had a good friend of mine runs a skid steer. He kind of leveled this out, maybe to make that water. You can see where the chat, that big 18-inch rain washed out the chat, and then another walk bridge to that pumpkin patch. But any suggestions? I've seeded all this, and you can see some of the rye and the wheat and the fescue coming up. But I'm wondering if I should take those trees out. I think that water comes in here and swirls, and if those trees were gone, it's a persimmon and a cedar tree. I'm wondering if it was gone, if that would, you know, help just maybe where this water wouldn't swirl quite as bad. Anyway, your comments greatly appreciated. Duncan Smith in the Sticks, 4 minutes and 52 seconds. You won't get back. You need to buy or sell real estate. You want to talk water, land, cattle, sheep, price of land, whatever you take a notion. Leave me a comment. My phone number is in my profile. 417-349-5630. I think it's going to quit raining for now, and I did stick a metal pipe in here. My biggest fear was a tree coming down and taking out this center pole, but you just never know. But nothing money won't fix. And trust me, there sure is a lot of things money will not fix. But that's a view of a creek running. We've had a couple inches of rain in 2 or 3 hours. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, leave me a comment. I love it. Have a good day. Be blessed. Over and out.